Whether I was in Lethbridge, Edmonton, or right here in Calgary, condominium owners made one overarching point. The new Condominium Property Act needs teeth. Yesterday's model of self-policing condominium industry wasn't working for Albertans anymore. Disputes between owners and their board often arise over a variety of different issues, everything from fees to parking, pets and property damage, to common property. Owners can have disputes with one another over things like noise complaints and even odors coming from another unit. And it's not uncommon for owners and boards to have disputes with a developer, a contractor, or even their condominium manager. Albertans have told us that these disputes are ending up in very long and costly legal battles. And often, everyday hard-working Albertans can't move forward with the process through the court system. They can't afford it, or they can't afford the time. That's why I'm happy to announce that the Government of Alberta is developing a plan to create an alternative dispute resolution mechanism for everyday Albertans. This is keeping with the promise I made earlier this year to move as quickly as possible on reforming this act. Instead of waiting for the act to be tabled in the spring of 2014, followed by the development of regulations and implementation of regulations that can often take a year on its own, I'm tasking a committee of everyday Albertans with some industry stakeholders led by MLA Kathy Olison to develop the model so we don't waste any time. Albertans need results, Albertans need a tool to resolve their issues, and we're acting on it. I envision a tribunal system where everyday Albertans can pay a reasonable fee and have their matter heard by an adjudicator without the costly expense of hiring a lawyer and going to court. Developing a more affordable and speedy way to resolve differences will help protect condominium owners. And we know in order for it to be effective, the mechanisms must be quick, affordable, and decisions must be enforceable and binding, and they will be. Condominium owners have overwhelmingly told us that they would appreciate an alternative to the courts with eligible complaints being clearly identified. That's what the committee is tasked with identifying. This is one very important step to improving condominium living in Alberta, and this is a bold shift from the previous policy focus of the government. Amending the Condominium Property Act is one of the actions our government is taking to protect Alberta homeowners. Other actions we've taken include setting new standards for home inspectors, tough new penalties for those who violate the Fair Trading Act, and uncover enforcement stings to catch unlicensed contractors and proactive education for consumers.